besties, my name is Maddie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be picking my April TBR based on TBR jar prompts, but we're doing things a little differently. Since I feel like I've been neglecting my Kindle a little bit, we are going to be picking my TBR off of Kindle Unlimited books with the TBR jar prompts. So I'm going to pick 5 on KU and 5 books that I've picked for myself. So on my Kindle, I have downloaded 20 new books on here that I have been wanting to read, looked good, that kind of popped up on my Kindle library. And a few I've picked based on like my friends' recommendations. So let's pick prompt number 1 and see what I get. Have taken me a bit. Oh. A book you think will be 5 stars. So let's go through these and see which ones I think. So out of these, I have high hopes for Nocticadia. Everyone talked very highly of it. Based on these ones, I don't know if any of these would be 5 stars. Even if It Hurts is supposed to be really sad, so that a heartbreak could make it 5 stars. Under Your Scars is also supposed to be really sad. Mad Love could do it for me because it's a single dad romance. Or The Finisher by Runix, because I have loved the others in her Dark Verse series. This is a hard one because I don't know if I want to base it on an author that I haven't read before. And then I really don't want to go into Nocticadia with such high hopes and it kind of ruins the book. Or I could do Redeemed. I love Lauren Asher's writing. I think her stories usually flow really well. And I think this is her favorite one she's ever written, or her favorite one out of this series. Okay, we're gonna do Redeemed by Lauren Asher. So Redeemed by Lauren Asher. I believe this is the 4th book in her Dirty Air series. I have no idea what couple it even follows, but it's the last one I need to read in Lauren Asher's backlist, and then I'm done with her books. Besides like the other ones that are coming out, I think this year. So I have high hopes for it. I'm hoping I enjoy it. Everything I've ever seen about it has really good reviews, so let's hope I think the same and rate it 5 stars. Okay, let's pick prompt number 2. So we have book that starts with the. So I think I only have 2 on here. I think I have The Perfect Son by Frida McFadden and The Finisher by Runix. So do we want a thriller or do we want, is it mafia? A darker romance? The Finisher would lead me to finishing more series because I'm trying to finish series that I've started in past years as like a little goal for 2025. And then I do want to read like the last book that just came out a few months ago or something like that. So I think let's do The Finisher by Runix. It has one of my favorite men in it. Okay, I don't even think this book covers anything about him, but Tristan Kane, my favorite. Oh, starts off, it was his 3rd murder this week. This could be questionable, friends, but we'll see. So I don't know if I can say anything about this book just based on what happens. I think because they're all, you have to read them in order. You can't read them however you want. So the first 2 books follow Tristan and Marana. The 3rd book, is it 3rd and 4th? I don't even know. All I know is I want to read it, so I'm going to read it. I don't want to spoil anything. Maybe once I finish these, this will be a good little reward so I can go back and reread The Predator and the Reaper because I love him. Love that man. Okay, so that is our prompt that starts with the. Okay, let's pick book number 3. This is probably not very informative because I don't really know what these books are about that I picked with like the prompts. Really, I don't even know what a book's about after I read it, so just vibing. Just vibes. So we have book chosen because of cover. Oh, hi. I have quite a few. So Nocticadia. I love this cover for some reason. Not sure why. Kiss of the Basilisk. Not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Sarah's also reading it in April, I believe. But I love this new cover. I love the old cover too, but this new cover, stunning. Mad Love. It's not this cover, but it's the special edition cover that I wanted to like download. Adorable. I want to buy them. But since it's not this cover, I'm not going to pick it because not a fan of that, you know. Well, I am, but it's not like my favorite. I wouldn't pick it because of that. You know, I could also do Fight too because even though there's a man on that cover, not bad. I also do like Older's cover too for some reason. Also, am I wanting an age gap? I want to say Older is dad. No, best friend's dad, I believe. Under Your Scars is also very interesting. Okay, we're not thinking that deep. Okay, what are we thinking? Let's do, I'm so scared about it. We're gonna do Nocticadia for this one. I've been wanting to read it for quite some time now, and I feel like now is the time to do it. So I believe this follows our FMC, and her mother dies very strangely, or she like wants to know why her mother's dead because no one's like believing her on like she thinks that she died from mysterious causes, and everyone's like, no, it's not. And until she gets a like acceptance letter in the mail to go to, is it Nocticadia or like some university like that, to do more research, something along those lines. And there she meets this professor who's going to be our MMC, and he's very broody, doesn't like her, doesn't like anyone. I believe there's a lot of tension, a lot of fighting it, but I'm very scared because I think it's a thick book. Like, I think this has got some pages in it. But big book fear doesn't count on a Kindle because you can't even see how big it is. You know, every book is that big. So that's what I'm going to tell myself. Okay, let's do prompt number 4. Yeah, okay, so we have 4 left. Or 4 left. We have 2 left. We have 1 left. We have 2 left. Math is not my strong suit, I'll tell you that right now. So we have book that will make me cry. Okay, I only have 1 for this one. And I have Even If It Hurts. One YouTuber that I watch said it is a heartbreaking book. Like, it's rough. So I believe this book is a second chance romance. She meets the first MMC when she's like in college in a different city or a different town or something like that, and they know it's going to end when school's over or something like that. And then it's like fast forward, it's now her in the present timeline, I believe, and she has now met this other man who is, I think she's married to or something like that, and another one comes back, something like that. I think there's a lot of toxicity maybe that goes into this, but I heard it's extremely heartbreaking. And just a few things I've seen about it, like online and stuff like that, everyone says it's really sad. So we're gonna see if Even If It Hurts makes me cry. So let's pick prompt number 5. We have book from new author. Okay, let's check. So Broken Bonds, Twisted Heathens, Fight, Kiss the Best. Okay, I got, actually there's quite a bit on here. I'm trying to think of how I want to go about this, you know what I'm saying? Do I want a single dad romance? Do I want a dark cowboy romance? Do I want to do an age gap? I think Sweet Temptations is also a single dad mafia book, and I've never read anything by Cora Riley. Okay, let's look. Okay, so based on the books I have right now, I feel like I kind of have a mix of some different genre, like all romance, but they all kind of fit in different places, I guess you could say. So I think I'm deciding between Sweet Temptation, Balance, and Mad Love. So we have Single Dad Mafia and Sweet Temptation. Balance is a forbidden, taboo romance between a gymnast and her coach. The age gap is huge. It's pretty big. I think it's dad's best friend, and I believe it's very toxic, but it's a 5-book series. So I don't know if I want to jump into that right now. Or Mad Love, just a single dad romance. You know, I think we're gonna do Mad Love, and that gives me an excuse to buy this book. Because I want the new special edition covers that are coming out. Or that have came out. Yeah, okay. Let's do Mad Love by Willow Astor. So this is a single dad book. I think it's enemies to lovers. I think we have forced proximity because they're like going to have to be living together or rooming together, something along those lines. And I think it's sports too. I think they're all sports, this whole like interconnected standalone series. But I'm very excited for it. I love that I got a single dad on this list. Okay, wait. So those are the 5 books that my Kindle chose for me, or my TBR jar prompts picked based on my Kindle, whatever. Those are the first 5. And then I have 5 that I picked for myself. So the first 3 books on my physical TBR are books, or not physical. Oh yeah, they're my physical, that I want to get to this month or in April because it's still March. So I have Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver. I started listening to this on audio. I got like 3 chapters in and I was like, wait a second, I think the audio is going to ruin it for me, like Leather and Lark did. So I took a pause on it and I want to physically read it. I'll read it because I don't want to not be fully immersed in the story, because I loved our FMC from the get. She's in the circus or something like that is what I got from it. She seems kind of cunning, kind of evil, kind of mysterious maybe, but she sounds like so much fun. So I want to read about her, and this is the last in the little trilogy that she had. So I'm hoping I like this one because I loved Butcher Blackbird, didn't like Leather and Lark, so we're gonna see if this one saves it for me. Then I have Deep End by Allie Hazelwood. Book Talk was very up in a tizzy about this book for a little bit. I don't know if it's the age gap in here, not quite sure, but I want to read it and see what everyone's making a mess about basically. So this follows a diver and a swimmer. I think he's her coach. So you got a little bit of forbidden in there. I believe it's age gap too, based on what everyone's been saying about it. And I heard this one's really smutty, so I'm very excited for it. I love all of Allie Hazelwood books that I've read. I think her stories are a lot of fun. I get immediately sucked into them and I can't put them down, so I hope this one is no different. I truthfully wish she would have kept Wet as the name. I love that. I love the idea of that. I love this cover. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I don't know if you can. Oh, there you can kind of love it. They're like, I don't know what that means, but they're like shiny. You know what I'm saying? Little water droplets. Love it. So much fun. So I hope I love this one. Then I have Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. This follows our two main characters, and they are high school sweethearts, and they're kind of going through a little bit of a rougher time, I believe, and it's going to be them, I think, finding each other again. I think it's an AGA. I hope it's an AGA. But I love her writing. I loved Out on a Limb. I loved Next of Kin and Next to You. That's what it's called. It's somewhere behind me. I love them, so I saw this and I was like, she needs to come on with me. And she did, and I cannot wait to read it. Then I have one new release coming out. Wild and Wrangled, yes, of course. I had to put it on this TBR. I don't know it comes out the 15th, 17th, sometime in April. I cannot wait to read about Dusty and Cam. I am not going to be okay when I'm finished with this book. I watched Lila's like unboxing of it, and when she started crying, I started crying. Why? Not a clue. Not a clue. But then she also let us know that she's releasing another series in September or something like that. So she's not done. Thank the Lord. But I cannot wait to get my hands on this book. I believe this is the second chance. Our FMC, I think her husband or like her fiance calls off the wedding, or she calls off the wedding. Day of, I believe. And she's just gonna like start picking up the pieces of her life, I guess. And Dusty is gonna help her do that, I think. When he showed up in book 2, I can't. Guys, I truthfully can't get into it. I cannot get into it. I'm gonna have to hold it together. My mental capacity right now is too full, and I will break down in tears if I start. I'm in the middle of redeeming 6 right now. In the way I was sobbing so hard, I was like, I have to film soon. I cannot be looking a mess. So I just truthfully think I can't keep talking about Dusty and Cam and keep it together. So we're gonna move on from that one. And then for our book club pick of the month, I have In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. I believe this follows 6 friends, and one of them died, one of them got killed. And they don't know who the murderer is, or they think they know who the murderer is. One of them's the murderer, and they're coming back a few years later from their like college small town or whatever, and they're gonna put an end to who actually killed this person, I'm assuming. My sister started it. She's really liking it. I don't know if Lexia started it and if she's liking it. Hopefully all good things. But those are the 10 books that I'm putting on my April TBR. It's crazy to think 1 year ago I was sitting down in front of my makeshift bookshelf that I had going on recording my April TBR and March wrap up for the first time, and being so scared to talk in front of the camera. And now I still get a little nervous sometimes, but like I love it now. I have so much fun doing it. I have loved all the little friendships I've made making these little videos. I've loved all the books I've got to talk about since making these videos. It's so much fun. I think I spend too much time doing it, but I think it's my hobby and I love doing it, so what else can you say? So, as always, let me know what you're reading April, what you're putting on your April TBR. Let me know any new releases in April that I should be keeping on my radar. And as always, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Love yous!